The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This one taken from the 7. And a good effort on the return there. Gets them across the 30 to the 33-yard line. And the D-line pinching together, must be expecting the run. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard.
Yeah, that wasn't a big run, just a short one there. But guess what? Sometimes you treat it like boxing. You throw that jab out there, and you throw it again, you throw it again, then you come with a big punch later. Maybe they're just trying to set them up.
Now Jameis on second down. And a hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. Charles, already trailing by touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points.
Got his man complete over the middle. It's Richards. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. The 21 yards there as they convert on third. They'll run it now out of the gun. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. Now a second down throw for Winston. Over the middle, he finds Godwin complete. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So, as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for? Who are the freshest guys coming off of the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
And following that penalty, the offense really backed up now on third down. In motion goes the tight end. They go play action. Winston. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. And now they're going to go for it. This isn't 4th and inches. This is 4th and 14. From the gun, Winston. Airing this one out for Evans. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by DJ Swearinger. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line. Charles, that makes now 5 interceptions and not even 5 quarters. Remember, he threw 4 picks last week.
And this turns into a tough situation because a lot of fans, the first thing is, oh, well, we need to change quarterbacks. This is your guy. This is your elite player. You can't just take him out like that. If I'm the coach, I make a little joke and say, you know, some big guy, we're going to change the football. So it's obvious that's the problem. It's not you. Keep firing.
Space to maneuver at the 40. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first. One thing's for sure, this defense has to figure out how to stop the ground game. He's eating them up here in the first quarter.
It looks like they have to go to different forces, aren't they? The conventional things aren't working too well. So I remember a coach of mine saying way back when a back's having a great game, you've got to get the ball out of his hands. See how far he can run without the ball. And what he meant was takeaways, knock it loose, because maybe you can't just stop him with just regular tackling.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Second down, 8.
Hey, tight end's right. Watch tight end. Let's go. Three down.
The slot man in motion right. Now a handoff looking right. And some room to maneuver. And they're able to get this one down to the 25. Back live, Charles Davis to my right. I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Redskin football to begin quarter number 2. And they're on the move here. They've got it 1st and 10. Looks like the defense in press coverage here.
Let's go. Watch it now, Barney.
And he'll give it here to his running back. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
Well, think of it like you would a typical boxing match. The person that's on his heels and absorbing blows is having a tough time. And that's what's happening to the defense right now, because the offense is on his toes and punching. And there's another first down run right there.
2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Now a handoff here to his running back. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
We got 3. 3 down. Hey, fellas, we got 3. Let's go. Here we go now.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. Now they'll run it on the toss. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
It'll be real interesting to take a look at this play later, because on this pitch toss play, I get the sense that he just followed the pulling guard or the pulling offensive lineman through that hole and spilled this play early.
Yeah, because he didn't even get to the outer third of the field. He was tackled in the middle third.
Yeah, when you're talking about a pitch or a toss tackled there, that means they read it fast.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington. Jay Samaro, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Redskins are going to add on to their lead. And it's good to make it 14-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. It's a short kick taken near the 18. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Now the Buccaneer offense set to take over again. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's got some space here. And he's brought down. He got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs.
That's a football play right there. That takes me back a little bit. Toss sweep to the right, get it to your back, get a lot of people out in front, control the line of scrimmage, wide receivers blocking downfield. It almost feels like half the crowd is in front of him, getting it down to the secondary. They have a tough time getting him down.
They'll run it now out of the gun. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a third and about 4 for a first. Winston from the gun on third down. And this is going to be incomplete.
He's thrown 1 interception already, and that doesn't necessarily mean the rest of the game is going to go like that. But it does seem that he's a little bit off in his approach to this one.
Yeah, it does, and that was a risky throw right there.
Got to be careful about taking care of the ball, making sure you get back within yourself. I mean, those mechanics that they work on all the time, they're there for a reason. Kind of get back to those and maybe tamp it down a little bit.
Would have been a decently long field goal, 51 yards from here, but instead they're going to go for it. From the shotgun, it's Winston. And down he goes, a Buccaneer sack. Zach Brown. Not dropping into coverage. He comes on the blitz and takes him down for a loss of 9.
Here we go. 3-19.
Amaro, the tight end, in motion. Now they'll run it on the toss. Now the ball comes loose, but the Redskins look to get this one back, and indeed they did. It's still Washington football. I'll call it luck or skill, whatever the case is. They're feeling good about just keeping the football there.
Yeah, the biggest thing that they're calling it now, our ball. They don't care if it was luck or skill. Boy, the panic that jumps up in your chest when that ball's on the ground, whether you get it or your teammate gets it, just as long as you maintain possession, that's all you're looking for.
Touchdown, Washington! Keith Marshall, his second touchdown on the season. And the Redskins find a way to stretch their lead.
When you know you've got a home run hitter on your side of the ball, and you know that he can score from anywhere on the field, it usually inspires the rest of the guys to do their jobs even better. That resulted in a lot of great blocks downfield because they knew if they gave him space, he could do exactly what he did, put the ball in the end zone.
It's a short kick, taken near the 18. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Now the Buccaneers offensive unit back out on the field. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
Now they'll run it on the toss. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. Second down. Tried to get the edge there. The defense just too quick to the ball.
That's what we call total team defense there. Can't get to the edge. No place to move it inside, and then allows everyone else to run to the ball and create a big-time tackle for no gain for the offense.
Throwing, Winston. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. Well, they tried to swing it out left into the flat, complete, but really nice open field tackling.
And they played that one like a great boxer. They were on their toes on that one. They weren't back on their heels reacting to the play. No, they saw it, came right for it, and made a nice tackle for lost yardage.
And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
And attempted a deep ball there. They didn't get it. But, boy, they're going to need a few of those to actually hit in order to get back into this game.
Good thing they do have a little bit of time here still left in the contest. Decent-sized deficit, but not one that they can't manage. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. The Redskins offense now, they get set to take over here. And the ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Not sure it can be much better than that. They've got to feel very good about the groove that they're in at this stage of the game. Amaro, the tight end, in motion.
And to give this time to the tailback. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play as we have reached the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. Back to FedEx Field following this short break. They'll send a receiver here in motion right. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll take it ahead to the 28-yard line. 8 yards on the run there, and that leaves him with third and just a couple.
And that's the kind of run that gets everyone excited on offense. And, you know, oftentimes the guys who carry the ball are the ones in the huddle doing the chirping. Right now, I think it's the offensive line telling them, run it again. We are right there about to break a big one.
Amaro, the tight end, in motion. On third down, it's Marshall. And he's going to get to the 31, enough for the first down. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
I haven't met a football team yet that runs the ball successfully that doesn't talk about having an attitude to be a running football team, right? You got to be able to put your nose in there, smell where the first down sticks are, and get there.
Let's go. Green.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Looking for Pryor long. And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, second down.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
So 2nd and 10 here.
Hurry up, here we go. 3-19. No. Check. Patriot. Back there. Watch it now, Barney.
He'll drop to throw. Eluding the pressure right. Hopkins on the grab over the middle. A really good pickup of 28 yards. So the defense blitzed. A nice job picking that up, completing the pass.
And how in sync was the quarterback in his center on that play? They saw the blitz, made the appropriate calls, got the line engaged because now they know there are going to be extra guys coming at the quarterback, so they got their assignments down pat and kept them away from him, and he's able to step up in the pocket and fire one now for a really good strike.
Shift together here from the D-line. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
One of the things that's really difficult for an offense is often identifying how to block a 3-4 defense. Well, when they're coming on a blitz, even more difficult. They're elusive targets and hard to hit.
17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue.
That's how you get right up off of the mat, because on the last play, they stoned him in the backfield and dropped him for a loss. But he's the type of guy that scared me a little bit because he's not daunted. Just got right back up, showed some confidence, and picked up a first down with his very next run.
So it'll be first down here after the run.
Hurry up, here we go. Blue 90.
Amaro, the tight end, in motion. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. First and goal, they'll look to smash it in. Maybe a quarterback sneak here.
Watch it now. Set. 3-19.
Now they bring a receiver in motion right. Now they'll run it on the toss. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
Did your high school have that same push them back cheer?
I was a kicker.
Well, it certainly worked. Didn't matter whether we were kickers or not. That one worked, didn't it? They pushed him back at his last snap of the ball, and boy, they created a nice play for themselves. Would they lose 3 on that one?
Yeah, from the 1 back to the 4. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. This one taken from the 7. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Out come the Buccaneers. They'll have it first to start in the third quarter. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
Credit the secondary and credit the defensive game plan. They've been in his hip pocket all game long. They understood coming in that he was a big-time receiver.
Throwing again, Winston on 2nd and 10. And the Redskins do get to him. He goes down for a sack. Zach Brown in there to get him for his 2nd sack of the night. Winston needing a big play after the sack as he leads the Bucs up on 3rd and long. Working out of the gun, Winston. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. And remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the tuck rule that they can fall back on anymore.
Here's Brian Anger now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And he is knocked down from the side at the 28. And now time will be called here as we've got an injured Redskin down on the field. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. Now they'll run it on the toss. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. So the run moves the chains, and here we go on 1st down. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. Amaro, the tight end, in motion. Now they'll run it on the toss. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13. This one down all the way near the 30. Give him 30 yards there.
Brandon, so many times we see the crossing route start as a quick hitter, but in this play, he had time in the pocket and waited for him to clear going across.
So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. To throw now on 1st down. Complete to Amaro on the right side. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
I'm wondering if the same thing went through your mind as mine. When I see a big man like that make a catch, all I keep thinking to myself is, big man with football. Look out, everyone. He may not juke you a whole lot, right? He may not run past you because of his size. You're talking about a guy weighing in the 270 range. But, boy, once he gets his mitts on the ball, he's going to be tough to bring down.
No gain that time on the completion, and it'll be 3rd down.
Brandon, just mark that under the category of just not successful. Trying to throw the ball, just didn't work on that one.
Completed it, No yardage. The Redskins on third down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This will be 3rd and 5. Back to throw again. Hard throw, incomplete. And no move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5. Again, he'll drop to throw. A swing pass caught. The decision to go for it pays off, and now they're set up 1st and goal.
Well, the field goal attempt was well in hand. They had that, but they decided to go for it anyway. Extreme confidence, it looks like.
Yeah, but I bet the defense is going to remember this one, right? They kind of rubbed their nose in it. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. They'll try to run it in with Marshall. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
Now they send a man in motion right. 2nd and goal as the offense looks at hammering for the goal line. He loses the football, and the Buccaneers have it.
Partner, you know how often we hear about the red zone, right? From the 20-yard line going in, that's scoring zone, getting points on the board. A lot of teams call from the 10-yard line in the green zone. That's your money zone. He fumbles the ball inside the money zone. You have one job, take care of the ball. That didn't happen.
Winston now after the fumble recovery. He's going to loft one deep left. He's got a man complete. It's a big play. Winston to Evans. 43 yards.
Are we really in the second half here? And this is the first time we've seen Jameis Winston connect with Mike Evans?
Yeah, you know that they missed that in the first half. Up until this point, they've really missed it, haven't they?
I think that's a big reason why they're down on the scoreboard right now.
And his throw is incomplete.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete. Now Winston. Finding room inside the 40. A solid gain of 15 yards, and the sticks move. First down throw for Winston. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Zach Brown in there to get him again. The 3rd time he sacked him here tonight. Shift together here from the D-line. Second down, Winston. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Evans. That one goes for 24 yards.
And that was a heck of a shot right there by Jameis Winston. Boy, he has a superior right arm, doesn't he? You saw him play baseball.
Yeah, he's actually a switch hitter in baseball. Outfielder, and then, of course, a very hard-throwing pitcher. That's translated well in the National Football League.
That it has. When he has to make that throw on a line, he's got plenty of arm to do it.
From the red zone now, Winston. Left side here, that's complete to Godwin. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. And never good on a pass completion there to go the wrong way. Lost yardage.
No, for some reason it seems to work better when you throw it downfield or you can move the ball downfield running it that way, doesn't it? But in this case, if you're the defensive guys, you're energized, executed well, and you caused a lost yardage play. That's going to feel good and look great in film.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's going to get this one down inside the 15. And he's able to get more than half of what they needed. That brings up a 3rd and 5.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their...
Back now at FedEx Field. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. The Bucs on third down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 5. To throw, Winston. Open man has got one. It's complete. And he gets the first down yardage he needs before he's brought down at the 6. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Jameis to throw it. Toward the pylon, caught. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. That'll bring up 2nd and goal after the gain of 5. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. Now a handoff here to his running back. And that play's not going to get him in as he stopped right at about the line of scrimmage. He tried to break that plane but couldn't get there, and that's going to leave him now at 3rd and goal. They got to have 6 here. It's 3rd and goal. Now they'll run it on the toss. Oh, a nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle him.
And I don't think he got there. No, they stop him right where it all started. No gain on the play, and what to do now on 4th and goal. And a field goal obviously means nothing here. They're going to go ahead and go for it on 4th down. And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. A great play there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bucs are able to close the gap just a bit. It's up, it's good, and that'll cut the lead to 21-7. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Now the Redskins offense, they get set to go back to work here. And so close to hitting pay dirt last time, fumbling down near the goal line. Now, how does that affect their psyche this time around?
It's a tester, that's for sure, because to be that close and come away with no points is really disappointing, not just for the...
And oh my goodness, he loses it again. And it's picked up by the Buccaneers. And they will take over at the 26-yard line.
Partner, that one looked like it was over. I mean, they had control, had the football, and the defense had to make a play in order to keep them in the game. That's exactly what they did.
And now that door ajar, 2-score game, so hold on here, not done in the 4th. 1st down, Winston. And lucky to get away with one there. That one nearly picked. 2nd down. I guess they're in a situation now, 4th quarter, where they're forced to take some chances, but I don't know that that was the type of a chance you want to take.
And that one could very easily have been intercepted, and if it does get picked off, that could possibly seal this one.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's going to take this down to about the 17. 9 yards on the pickup there as they'll be left with 3rd and 1.
Okay, he didn't break that one all the way, but you got to know that he feels like he's right on the verge, and that's probably exactly what he's telling him in the huddle right now.
And he's able to pick up the 1st down before he's tackled right at the 10. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. A good run of 6 yards there. Gets him closer to the goal line with second down coming up. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he goes backwards on this one. Losing yardage to the 7. So he loses 3 yards there. Now third down. They got to have 6 here. It's third and goal. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Third and goal. Winston. And it's caught. They wind up with 6 on the hook up there, but it's not enough. Fourth and goal. He got out of bounds. That's a good thing, but still short of the first.
And now, since this brings up fourth down, the defensive play caller, grab your nerves, because now you don't want to be so amped up that you give them a first down by getting out of your lanes, but you also don't want to just lay back and let them have it easily.
The field goal doesn't help. They're going to go for the 6 here on fourth and goal. They come out here in the eye. And they give this time to the tailback. And he's in. Touchdown, Buccaneers. A great effort there. With his second touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Bucs capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Redskins offense now, they head back onto the field. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, pump the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
So they're leading. They have possession of the football, and certainly this is where they just want to milk the clock. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's got room. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
Now that's how you start to get back in the good graces of your head coach. Remember, he fumbled on the last possession. How about the faith they showed him, giving him the ball again, and he repaid them, picking up a first down.
All right, here we go. Green 39. Green 39. All right, now. All right, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
Amaro, the tight end, in motion. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Well, with the fumble he had earlier, we know how key keeping the football is here. That fumble earlier probably at the forefront of his mind. Just hold on to this thing.
It's also at the forefront of the mind of the guys who are trying to get the ball from him. And since they've seen him drop it on the ground before, they're doing everything possible to have him do it again. They need that turnover.
And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. And a nice carry there of 15 yards. Amaro, the tight end, in motion. Now they'll run it on the toss. Oh, no, he lost the football. And it's picked up by the Buccaneers. And they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line.
Whenever I see a team turn it over on back-to-back drives, fumbles on their last 2, I know one person's blood pressure who is starting to rise, and that's the head coach.
Absolutely. And when's it going to go down? When they stop fumbling?
When they stop fumbling and after he's assessed the game film, and only if they manage to win the game.
Now a handoff here to his running back. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
Really good, skillful, tough running throughout this contest. Picked up first down after first down. He's got to have a nickname, doesn't he? How about the human first down machine? I think that fits.
Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run.
Ready. Who ready? 550, 550. Flip.
He's back to throw. Over the middle to Evans. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. And he can't hang on to it. That would have sealed it. Instead, second down. This defense has watched their lead dwindle away. This is where they really need to bow up. They executed well there.
And it's often hard after you've played really well early and then you kind of relax a little bit to step on the gas again. They just did it on the last play. Looks like they want to finish this one off.
And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down.
All runners count on their eyes to find the gaps and creases, to find open space. There was absolutely none on that one. Totally swallowed up on that play.
The Bucs on 3rd down. They've converted a third of their opportunities, 3 for 9. This is 3rd and 10. Back to throw. And that is incomplete. What a great sequence by this defense so far. They've given him nowhere to go with the football.
And they just have to make it stand up one more time, because it appears that they've got their number. Can they not have a slip up here and allow the touchdown?
Down 7, and they've got to go for it here on 4th down.
Ready. Who ready?
They'll look to throw. He's got Evans. And they do get him down, but not before he reaches the 4-yard line. The decision to go for it pays off, and now they're set up 1st and goal. And now a 1st down following that long gain. Shift together here from the D-line. And to give this time to the tailback. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal. Looking at this now, you got a couple more cracks here this close. Sneak it?
I don't think you even go into a huddle. Just line up, snap it, and fall in behind those guys into the end zone.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. A great play there with time running out. And the Buccaneers are an extra point away from tying up this football game. And we may very well be headed to overtime. So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this 4th quarter. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Out comes the Redskin offense now as they get set to begin another possession. They have a little bit of time here to get into field goal range. Not much. In a tie game, you don't want to do anything crazy, right?
I agree with you on that one. Risk reward, okay? If you go for it, what is the absolute reward on this? But the risk is probably greater. Run the clock out, get to overtime, and try and win it there.
All right, we'll see if they do just that. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Flush to his right. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
Amaro, the tight end, in motion. Now they'll run it on the toss. And an alley to run. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
And a big collision there as he winds up flat on his back, right around the 31. And here come the Redskins now. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
Yeah, as we said, they control their own destiny now. And after the play on the ground, that brings up second down here.
Hurry up, here we go.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line. Just a couple on the ground there, and that's going to bring up third and about 6. I don't want to overhype it, but this is a big early season game, especially an overtime win. That could give you a big boost going forward in the season.
It certainly can, and I don't think you're overhyping it because cliches go out the window when you start to play overtime. And you're right, the winner of this game now, that's an extra boost moving forward, and it actually is an extra hurt for the team.
Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes. Shaquille Barrett with a big-time sack on third down, and it'll be a loss of 7. So a big move here, playing to win in overtime. They're going to go for it on fourth down.
Set. Detroit. Detroit. Watch it now, Barney. Barney. Leopard.
Now back to throw. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Lavonte David. He's the one who finally gets him down for what will wind up being a loss of 16 yards. Really nice starting field position here for the offensive unit. Now a handoff here to his running back. Able to get away.
That's why you keep the legs churning.
And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
And that last carry puts him right at 100 yards for the game. So how has he done it? Because he's been patient, followed his blocks, let everything develop, and then burst through for big gains.
Let's see what the offense comes with here. 2nd and 8. And the defense is going to let him think about it a little as they use their second timeout here. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he is in for